So we look at his God damn it. So now we pick his, I think we pick his attack, his AI card. Enraged. Yeah. So when this play card comes into play, draw an AI card. While enraged is in play, the white lion gains +1 damage token per monster level.
What does a damage token do?
You can
does he do 2 damage instead of 1?
Yeah, he does 2 damage instead of 1 while he's enraged.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, he's nasty. Like, if you get through this fight and don't lose everybody, like, that's...
So that damage token...
So, am I even paying attention over here? I'm not. So, and then when a survivor suffers any dismembered severe injury or is killed, he's no longer enraged.
Okay. So we try a new card for him, though, right?
Yeah, so we draw a new card. So now it's grasp. He's going to pick a target closest knocked down survivor in range, which is nobody. So now he's going to pick the closest survivor in range.
Oh, that's a list that you go from top to bottom. Okay, I get that.
So you would be, nobody's knocked down. You would be the closest survivor, or I would be the closest survivor, because turning doesn't count. So if you have him attack Borshenstein, you get an insanity because you're the monster controller and you're attacking yourself.
And you've taken hits already, so I haven't attacked me.
So it'd be good for, so you can click up on your brain, and then he can attack you. Now this attack only has a speed of 1, so it's only 1 die.
Okay, so I'll roll that for him. And so he needs what, a 2?
Yes.
Wait, that's a 90% chance. I'm just doing the math on this. Okay.
Okay, so he hits.
He hits.
So you're gonna take 2 damage because it's 1 damage from the attack and 1 damage from the enraged.
Okay, so
you're gonna roll the hit dice.
I only roll 1 though, right?
No, you roll one die because there's only 1 hit.
Yeah.
And so waste would be great for you. Yeah, it's not. Okay. So it's body. No. So you can either dodge and take no damage, or you can take the hit. He's gonna grab you and run away with you, so you're gonna be knocked down anyways.
So should I dodge here though? Because 2 hits kind of.
It might be worthwhile to dodge, because then you'd avoid all the damage. And I think he doesn't get, after damage, he would grab you and run away, and you're dodging, so you're not taking the damage. Now, I don't know if you're technically supposed to decide before the roll if you're dodging, but I let you roll first, because if you get hit twice, you're supposed to be able to decide which hit you dodge.
Okay. Yeah, I'll dodge anyway.
Okay. So you use your dodge, and it's gone.
Yeah. How do I get my survival back?
After the fight, when we go back to town.
Okay, so
you'll come into the next fight with survival. Okay. So now that is his move. That's his turn.
Yeah.
So now you decide as the monster controller what our turn order is going to be.
Okay, so I discard this card though, right?
Yeah, you can put it in the discard pile.
What our turn order is?
Yeah, I would say Bagingo and Angel, because they could go and then move out of the way and clear. Like they could attack and move. I think you can go in whichever order you want.
Yeah, no, I don't have a...
Let's see here. Let me just double check. Survivor's turn. They gain 1 movement and 1 activation. They can be spent in any order. So, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first. Can you split your moves or no?
No. Once you attack, your movement's gone.
Oh, once you attack, your movement's gone?
Or no, I mean, like, if you move 2 and then attack.
Yeah, you can't. You're stuck.
So I got a 7 and a 9. That's 2 potential hits. So we draw 2 locations. Whoopsies. And I decide which one I want to do first.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna go. The first roll is gonna be for the straining neck, so that if I fail, like that's gonna be my second attack, so that I get a chance at this.
Okay, so what do you mean?
So I need to roll. Well, because if I roll on this and I fail the hit with the toughness, he's going to
Oh,
have a
he's
failure. He has a failure reaction.
okay. So you're gonna do this one first.
Yeah.
I get you. So you get to pick which one you
Yeah.
want to do first.
So, oof, that hits.
Oh yeah, because it's 5, right?
It's a 5, yeah. So now it's just a basic hit. We didn't get a critical on it. So that goes in the discard, and we pull an AI card over.
And that goes in the wound. Okay.
Yeah. Did you grab one or not?
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
So that goes over there, and then now I'm going to roll on this one.
Oh, don't let him run me over. What happens when he hits the end of the board?
I think you take damage.
Oh, he take damage. Oh no.
Hey, it's a hit.
Thank God.
So that's also a hit, and so that's another card gone. Okay.
He's almost dead.
And then Angel's going to go boop and get the hell out of Dodge.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna attack him with
Bagingo. Yeah, so you can pick whichever dice. You don't have to pick the same colors, but
yeah, you gotta go with the colors.
well, yeah.
Ooh, that's 2 hits.
Okay, so we pull out 2 hit locations. They both have a failure condition. I would probably go with the try to hit the beast's maw first.
Failure monster war trample roll on 10 of 4 plus 6% chance the attacker suffers 1 brain damage. Does Bagingo have brain? What happens if I go -1 brain? Is that too bad?
It's not great. You have 1 injury slot on your brain.
Okay. Yeah, well I'll do Beast Maw first. So I need what, a 5+?
You need a 5+.
Okay, so 50. Okay, so it's actually like 20%.
Bye, Sagara. What'd you get?
Oh, I got the lantern.
Oh, you got the lantern. So that's a crit. So critical wound cancels the reaction on the card. The blow destroys the white lion's jaw. Persistent injury, no jaw. Affects some AI cards. Roll 1d10. So
Okay.
go roll a d10. Tell me what you get.
I got a 5.
On a 5+, the white lion's jaw flies off its face. The attacker gains 1 courage and 1 survival.
Oh my God! Wait, okay. How did I punch his face off when I'm behind him?
Hey, maybe he looked around at you. You know, it happens.
All right, so I get.
So give yourself +1 courage and 1 survival. What you should do is grab a token and pull it down into your I don't know if it's temporary tokens. I think it's temporary tokens.
I don't. It say. I don't know where you put the little card. I doesn't say.
Yeah, I would say put it in the temporary. I'll Google it real quick.
What did it say? Courage and survival.
Yeah.
I don't see those tokens.
Let's see here. The attacker gains 1 courage. Yeah, I see that, but is it? I don't think it's permanent. I think it's just for the fight. So you can grab the tokens and put them in the temporary down there.
I don't see a courage or survival.
Let's see here. They might be
named differently.
Oh, okay. I guess lunacy, bleeding, because those are all plus or minus on the backside.
I don't even see courage on here.
Just oh no, courage is a permanent thing. So you click the courage.
What's the dark box?
Things happen if you get to 3 courage.
Okay, so
and then
1 courage.
Give yourself a 2nd survival point.
Oh, survival. Oh, okay, so it is permanent. Okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So at the beginning of your turn, your dodge does refresh. So if you have more survival, you can dodge more times in a round.
Oh, okay.
But if you
so
don't,
all of your survival actions refresh?
I think so, yeah. So that was your first hit. So now you're rolling on the beast's chest.
I mean, I punched his face off already. What's he gonna do? Oh,
what'd you roll?
I spoke too soon. I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. So that's a failure. So he's going to run in a straight line, cancel all hits that are now out of range. Any survivors past over suffer grab.
Oh, no.
And I need to see what happens when he runs to the edge of the board. It's somewhere up here. There it is. Knockdown, body hit. Maybe it's on the next page.
I pissed him off by punching his face off.
Right? I know it's in here somewhere. There it is, knockback. When a survivor suffers knockback, they are pushed X spaces in a straight line. If the survivor encounters a board edge, stop and end knockback. Survivors may not voluntarily. If they do, they suffer collision and are knocked down. If a monster ends its movement in a survivor-occupied space, the survivor is knocked down and suffers 5 knockback. So I think you just get knocked down because there's nowhere else to go.
He just pushes me up against the wall?
Yeah, and we'll just put you upside down.
Oh, there you go.
All right, but that gives Buffy an opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, you can move away too.
Yeah, I'll move over here, I guess.
I will say the only thing with the little like template for where you can move is if you set your guy down, it'll change the template. So you got to be careful about that.
Oh, I got
it. Won't remember like where you were.
So what happens to my turn if I'm knocked down? What's knocked down?
There are some things where he'll avoid knockdown monsters, and there are other things where I think it costs your entire movement to get up, but you can still get up and attack.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna attack him from
you
behind
kill him
here.
Right here, then.
I could get close.
He's got one little thing left.
One hit. The beast's back. Hopefully we hit.
This one makes sense.
And it's not a failure. Oh, I failed. It was a 2. So he's going to full move in a straight line. You suffer grab. Place target face down in front of the monster. Target suffers 1 damage. Was that? Did the other one have the damage? Oh yeah, you got 1 damage. So you had 1 damage last time. So you need to actually roll the damage die twice.
Oh, okay. So I guess this is the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one.
This is the second one.
That's a body and a head.
Oh, that's not very nice. Ooh, the head only has an H.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
But you're already knocked down, and that's what would have happened. So, but you don't want to take another hit to the head. You'd want to dodge another hit to the head. So let me look up knockdown survivors.
Oh wait. Oh no, he can see the rest of us, right?
Right.
Except for Buffy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I spoke wrong. Knockdown survivors cannot spend activation or movement or be knocked down again. They can spend survival to dodge, but stay knocked down. You will get up at the end of the next monster turn.
End of the next monster turn.
So we're almost there.
So my turn skipped.
Yeah, basically your turn is skipped. I'll show you right now because we're about to do that. So now it's the monster's turn. We draw his AI card. It's a terrifying roar. So the target is all non-deaf survivors. We roll 1d10 per target. If the result is 2+ and is higher than the target's courage, the target suffers 1 brain damage and is knocked back 6. And then he performs a basic action and targets the furthest survivor in range. So, I'm going to take...
So should I just roll 1d10 for each?
Yeah, let's just roll 1d10 of every color, I guess.
All right, so that one's red and this one's green. So what do I have to get on the 1d10?
A 2+. If the monster rolls a 2+, which is what we were rolling for that, then if the result is 2+ and is higher than the target's courage, you suffer a brain damage.
Oh, higher than my courage. My courage is 1. 1 and 0.
Now, Borshenstein and Buffy both have insanity, so you can tick that off as like brain armor. But Gingo takes an injury to his brain.
Okay, and then he gets knocked back 6. Is that diagonal or is that?
It's just straight back.
Straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And you're already knocked down. So now he's going to perform a basic action. So it's the closest survivor in field of view in range.
Oh, no,
But
target the furthest survivor in range. That's what this
oh,
one
that's
said
what that.
for
And then
terrifying roar.
okay, yeah, that's right. I missed it. Where is
Oh,
it?
thank God, 'cause there's no more sustain.
Perform a basic action. Target the furthest survivor in range. So his movement is what, 6?
Yeah. Oh, so he's gonna
So
attack Buffy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can
I
just
really
make it.
like the where you can see how far you can move.
Right. So he's gonna attack Buffy. 2 hits. Luckily, I don't think he gets critical hits. Where did the damage dice go? There they are.
2 hits. That's not fun.
And they're both to the feet. And I've already taken damage to the feet.
Oh no, it's Buffy's legs.
No. All right. I'm gonna use 1 point of. I'm gonna take 1 damage. I'm gonna take 1 of the leg hits, and then I'm gonna dodge the other one.
Oh, so you can only dodge a hit.
Yeah, you can dodge 1 of the hits. It's not every hit. I don't think. Let me look. Let me just double check.
Because he does 2 damage, right?
Let's see here. Damage the survivor. Oh, he does. Yeah, because he does 2 damage on each hit. Oh my God, I'm fucked. Let's see here. Let me. Where's the action?
Because he has that enrage thing.
Right. Where was dodge? Jesus. Dodge and survival actions. Okay. Dodge. Once per round, spend 1 survival to cancel a monster hit from an attack profile. After hit locations are rolled, but before any severe injury rolls. What's a severe injury? Oh, okay.
That's the 1d10.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I take that, so basically I can dodge 1 hit, but I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna take 2 damage here. I'm gonna have to roll on the hit.
Well, you have to dodge before you roll on the hit, right?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to take 1 of them anyways. Because but like, I'm gonna
What happens
take.
if you take both of them? Do you roll twice on the thing?
Yeah, it's bad. So legs. That's a 5. It's a hamstring. A painful rip. The leg is unusable. You can no longer use any fighting arts or abilities. This injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain 1 bleeding token.
Permanent?
So I grab a bleeding token and put it over here.
Buffy is dead.
And then, I don't know. Are there injury cards? I forget.
I would assume so. There's severe injuries. Is that it?
Yeah, it's a severe injury. So I will search for hamstrung. Pull that out. And I will put that as
Oh, you almost gave it to me.
as an ability / impairment. Bonk. So that's not great.
Well, that's not good.
But she is alive, and then she's gonna dodge the second hit.
Oh, okay. I get you. Yeah.
So
And then the monster's dead.
No.
Oh.
The monster is not dead. He has a discard
What do you mean,
pile.
no?
He's not out of attacks. He's just in a discard pile.
Oh, I thought when he was out of attacks, he was.
So, if it has no AI cards in the deck, but there are cards in the discard pile, you shuffle the discard pile to create a new deck. So we're going to press and hold and do that. Is it S to shuffle? Or is it R?
R, I believe.
I don't think so. Oh, you just shake it when you have them all up here.
Oh, so we got to convert all those to wounds.
Yeah, all the attacks have to be converted to wounds. Okay, now that was the end of his turn, though. So you're back upright, and Buffy's back upright.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So could have been worse. Now the problem is you're out of range. So what I would recommend, we could have you go last. You could chuck your founding stone for a guaranteed critical hit.
Ooh, you're
instead
right.
of making an attack. Buffy.
What does archive do? Return the card to the game box. It says right there.
Yeah, it's permanently gone.
Yeah, I don't need weapon. I got my fist, dude.
Buffy's cranky after being wounded.
Wait, did Buffy crawl over behind the lion?
She has not. She has not regained her. She has not regained her battle acumen.
Oh, one of the three, yeah, I guess. Oh.
That is her turn.
How much health does this guy got? Oh, I got 2 survival. Oh, he's courageous. I'm
We didn't pick a
he's
new
running
monster
in.
controller. We should have it go
Yeah,
to.
no, I
Oh,
sent
you
it to
did.
you.
Okay.
I'm running in.
I don't think you can
hit him.
attack diagonally. I think you have to be in front of him or beside him. I think you had
Okay.
the movement to get there, but
Yeah, I'll move one more and then I'll
Okay.
attack him. What color is he? Red.
red. Where'd your red die go?
Oh, I just can't see it.
Chucked it into the board. So
Alright,
yeah,
give me something
the
good.
box for this game, this $400 game, weighs 19 pounds
Oh my god.
because
I
of all the
did not-
plastic sprues in it. You didn't get anything?
I did not hit him.
Okay. Angel's coming in hot.
Hey, dude, this is pretty cool. This
Yeah,
is like really in depth.
I love this game. There are rules to make combat like faster, but also like a little deadlier. Okay, I got a miss
Oh my
and I
God,
got a crit hit.
1 in a 10.
So what's my hit location?
Kill him.
It has a critical wound, so I think do I have to hit the hit to make it work? Is that what we realized last time, or does it automatically crit?
I don't know off the. I think
If a hit location has a critical wound and the attacker's wound roll, it's the wound roll results in a 10. We might have done that wrong last time.
Oh, I gotcha.
But I'm not gonna.
Your next rule.
I'm not gonna take it back because
Yeah.
learning game.
But
if this rolls a crit,
well, I hope it is.
it's a 7. It's still a hit.
So you still hit him.
So if the attacker has, his reaction though on a wound, if the attacker has 3+ understanding, the sound of cracking ribs is encouraging, and the attacker gains +1 survival. We don't have any understanding because it's early, but we did get another wound, and he's a little bit closer to death. So I might still recommend you chuck your founding stone. It's up to you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, he hit me in the head. So.
Yeah, I think you're the last player to go. So you're gonna basically just use your.
I have to spend energy.
It's not energy. It's your action. The lightning bolt is action. So instead of like attacking, you're just gonna sling it from anywhere on the board. You archive this card for 1 automatic hit that inflicts a critical wound. So we pull his hit location.
Where do I put the card?
You can just delete it.
Okay.
Because you never get them again in the game. They're archived.
I'll just put it over.
Yeah, just pull it down. Yeah, whatever.
I'll just put it over there. All right, what did I do?
So, critical wound cancels the reaction on this card, which there isn't one. You bruise the white lion's femur, crippling its graceful movement. The white lion gains -1 movement token, and you gain a random white lion resource. So we come over.
Bounce it off of them is what you're telling me.
So we come over here to the white lion resources, and we just. We'll give them a good shuffle because I don't know if they are shuffled, and we'll just take one off the top.
I hit him in the claw.
Yeah, so you get a lion claw. We'll put that over on our resource board.
Oh, that's for after.
And then he's only got 1 hit left.
All right,
but he's cranky.
He can't. I can't kill Borstenstein, right?
So we got to assign the monster controller. If we're going around, Buffy's up again. I think everybody else is controlled. So we draw his card, and he picks a target.
Oh, damn it.
See ya, Chandratha. Terrifying Roar. All non-deaf survivors. Roll 1d10 per target. If the result is 2+ and is higher than the target's courage, target suffers 1 brain damage.
Oh my god, I got a 1. I got a 1 for the... Oh my...
You got somebody got a 1? They're safe!
Yeah, but Gingo's safe.
Okay.
And he already had the thing taken out of his brain.
So Buffy failed, and so did Angel. So she moves a full move back. So does Angel.
Oh,
and then
I don't move back.
And then they both suffer a brain damage. Angel's already taken brain damage, so he's gonna have to roll on the injury. This could be
Yeah, that
bad.
I would have had to roll on the injury if Bagingo wouldn't have rolled a 1.
Where's the brain traumas? Okay, I need to take
oh, it's right here.
I need to take a die.
Oh, well, there's a 13.
Oh, I wonder if I roll something else then. Hold on. I gotta look up brain trauma. Do, 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 do.
Is it?
It might be. I can't imagine it's 2d10, but let me look.
There's gotta be like a modifier, like a plus modifier or something, but I don't know.
What the? 1d10. Oh, it's probably because there can be a modifier. Let me look at this. Brain damage, hit location. Come on, give me what I'm looking for. Brain. Any damage beyond the light injury level results in a roll on the brain trauma table. The brain is only damaged by brain damage and works in the same manner that armor points work. 1 point of insanity negates. So we go over there. I think I rolled it already. I got a
you got an 8.
I got an 8.
It's pretty good,
so, right? Lunacy, gain a random disorder and 1d5 insanity. So a random disorder.
Oh, dude, I got a D5 right here.
That's cool. I'll just roll a D10 and divide by 2.
Yeah, I got him. It's the.
Oh, that's Angel, not her. So what is this? This is Quixotic. You carry the weight of your settlement on your shoulders. Everyone is counting on you to save them, and you will rise to the challenge. If you are insane when you depart, gain 1 survival and 1 strength. And then he's gonna roll. Divide by 2, he gets 4 insanity. That should keep him. That should keep him relatively safe for this fight. All right. So now,
that just gets flipped over. Right?
Target the furthest survivor in range and perform a basic attack. Oh boy. I honestly think I gotta send him after Angel because Buffy's just haggard.
Okay, so they're both the same distance away, or no, he can't get in the same space as Buffy, can he?
I think he can. So technically, you'd be the furthest survivor in range, and he'd basically just knock Buffy over, which is probably going to damage her anyways.
Okay, yeah, because you said there was something before about.
Yeah, there's a thing in if the monster may pass through survivor occupied, that survivor suffers a collision. They suffer knockback, so they're knocked down and suffer knockback. Did we decide that was damage before?
I know. I think it only said it was 1 because of the card it was on.
Okay.
I think.
I always get there are a couple rules in this intro part that aren't like where I expect them to be. I thought there was a thing in here in movement collision, but I don't see it right now, so I'm gonna let it slide. But he's gonna attack Borschenstein, so I'll roll for you.
Yeah.
And it's
I think he was the farthest away, so.
That's a 5 and a 9. So that's 2 hits.
Well, that's not the.
Ooh, I wonder. Where's the enraged? Oh, nobody got dismembered. Okay.
Yeah, I checked that before.
Okay,
maybe
so
hit the waist. Aim for the waist, maybe?
The hit locations: feet and hands. So you can actually take both. You can just soak both of those.
Feet and hands. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I just bleeding out.
Yeah, you're just knocked down right now. But that's the end of the monster's turn. So now you're back up.
Wait, why am I knocked down?
Because you took a heavy box of damage.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
All right. So who's going to be the monster controller? Do you want to go back to Borschen? I think I gave it to Angel second. No, he had it last. You will give it to Borschenstein.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I can't even.
They can't go. So
Borschenstein will kill him.
Just loop around. Yeah, you can loop around back. You've got the movement for it. And then you get +1 to your hit.
So that means I hit on.
You hit on a 6+.
6. Too bad it doesn't automatically do that. That'd be nice.
You miss. Buffy's gonna give it a whack.
Oh, please, please kill him. This is the first guy.
I got a 10. That's a hit.
Okay, you got a hit.
So we pull the hit
Hit
location.
location, yeah.
And oof on a failure, but it's a full move forward. Nobody's in front of him right now, so that's actually not
Good.
that bad.
But you're gonna critically hit him.
I'm gonna miss actually.
Damn it. Damn it.
All right. Since we're not going to play this as a full campaign, I'm not going to be super worried about like maintaining resources.
Yeah, just chuck your rock at him.
So I'm just going to chuck my rock at him with
Yeah,
Angel.
get this guy out of here, dude.
So we're going to do this, and we're going to get what? That's bullshit. We're going to not take that. It's a clever ploy. So it reshuffles the hit location. Attacker is doomed. But it basically wastes the Founding Stone, and I think it's bullshit. The Founding Stone is intended to be a free hit, so I redraw it. Purists will get mad, but whatever.
I mean, you're teaching me how to play the game.
The White Lion's tail is destroyed, ruining its finely tuned balance. He gains -1 accuracy.
Okay, but you don't get anything.
And we gain the lion tail. That's the last hit. Which, when this was done, it would have gone here and then immediately shuffled back. So that's he's dead. But so we're gonna take the tail. Over here.
Okay. Well, it says here in the how do we kill it part.
Yeah.
Do we have to do another damage after it's got nothing in the deck?
Yes, because it has a basic action. So yeah, it has 1 more damage left.
Okay.
So,
but he can't do anything special like knock us all over.
Well, you guys are in the blind spot, and I'm not in his facing. So what's his basic attack action? Closest survivor in field of view in range. So that would probably be his field of view is everything but behind him. So it would be probably Angel that he would come after. But you still have your turn. If you want to chuck your Founding Stone and just like yeet it, we could.
Oh yeah, I'm killing. Yeah, get him out of here.
So that's a critical hit. He's knocked down, which doesn't matter.
He's dead.
But now he's got nothing left, so now he's dead. So, so now that he's dead, we collect our rewards. We go to the White Lion's resource cards, we shuffle them, and we draw. You want to read that to me in the blue up on the book? Is it 4 cards?
Shuffle them and draw 4. Take out the basic resource cards, shuffle them and draw 4. And then place all of them face up on the table. If we lost a survivor in the first story, then create new survivors in the settlement.
Yeah. Basically you always start with 4 survivors.
Oh, and then you turn the page, create.
All right, so we got a monster bone, an organ, bone, hide, some mystery item that we can basically decide what it is. Monster hide, monster organ, sinew, testicles, claw,
oh my God, we guys nuts.
And great bones. So then we take all of this over to here, and those actually snap to grid, which is nice.
Okay.
And then what I usually do in a game is kind of like take all the stuff that's a bone and put it together, and then put the hide together, put the organs together, because it matters. And then this is sort of a random, so we'll set it offset. Okay, so place all the resources. If the players, nobody lost, so now we go to where we create our settlement. And this is where the game really becomes something special. Place the settlement board in the play area along with the gear. Use a new double-sided settlement record sheet to record information about your settlement. Start by naming your settlement. So we should have a settlement record sheet. Where is it? I forget where it is.
I have no idea.
It's somewhere.
Survivors.
Oh, let's see here. We can Milestones. I know it's here somewhere. Is it this? I think it's this. I think this is our settlement board. I feel like it's
So we need
actually.
to, like,
I feel like it's a book. Actually, I forget
hit,
where
like,
it
a
is.
button for it?
So I'm gonna say back to settlement, back to settlement, back to settlement, back to settlement, and then those 4 all go back to the settlement. Oh, here it's just down here, I think. No. God damn it. I forget at this point. If you
There's
switch,
a button somewhere.
it's here
right?
somewhere. I'll just keep moving. I'll find it. It's fine. Below the settlement name, notice below the settlement name. I think is that timeline? Yes.
Oh,
Settlement name. What do you want to call the settlement, Jeff?
I have no idea.
Just call it something.
Lion killers.
Lion killers. Nice.
Yeah, we killed that lion. We didn't take any injury.
All right. So when the settlement is named for the first time, returning survivors gain 1 survival. So they're down here.
Oh, okay.
So they gain 1 survival.
I see.
How
did you get to the settlement page?
It was on timeline. Returning survivors heal any existing light and heavy injuries by erasing any filled boxes. Oops, that's not them anymore. They're down here now. Oh yeah, they automatically come off. So you just clear the board for like the next time. And their gear is not tied to a person. It's like settlement gear. So like you just basically leave the gear out here.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I mean, you can mess with like moving it around, but there's really no reason to.
Yeah, but there's no point because we got.
So endeavors are the creative energy accumulated from experience. Each returning survivor generates 1 endeavor. Use endeavor tokens to track your endeavors. Any unspent endeavors are lost. So over here, we're going to draw out 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Update the timeline. So returning survivors. Nominate survivors. Oh wait, can I go back to what I was just on? I just want to make sure. Find that we're going to do the first day. Update the lantern year now by checking off. Okay, so I think this is actually not. We don't do the returning survivors because the prologue doesn't count as year 1.
Okay.
So we're going to go to the settlement event deck. And it's already drawn for us, and look at the first day. The first day settlement event will help set up your settlement. It's the first event of any new campaign. The survivors wander, drawn to a blooming light in the distance. They find the serene comfort of a towering pile of lanterns and a small collection of scared people. On a deep, instinctual level, they know this area is safe, and they make it their home. So roll us a d10.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
Okay, so we get 8 more unnamed survivors. So we can just go in here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't know if they're men or women. They don't have names, but they are in our town. And that's mainly just because it doesn't want you to have to do all that right now. You may name an unnamed survivor and create their survivor record sheet at any time during the settlement phase. So generally you might name a couple. Like if we're not going to send Buffy out again, we might name somebody else to go out and fight. Return to the settlement section of the first story and proceed to returning survivors. Okay. So, we go to timeline and returning survivors. Nominate a survivor to utter the first words. Who should we have utter the first words, Jeff?
Who's the craziest? Isn't that one of your guys?
Angel has had 5 insanity.
And then
Or
they're
four
now.
four
Yeah,
insanity.
yeah. Let's do
Yeah.
Angel.
We'll have
They know what they're
Angel.
talking
Okay.
about.
So Angel's going to utter the first words. The nominated survivor steps forward and gains +1 courage. They lead the other survivors in learning to speak to one another. They discuss their situation, realizing they must hunt to live. Add the white lion to the quarry list on the settlement record sheet. So this means the white lion is something we know how to go hunt if we want to hunt it.
So we can fight them again.
Yeah. This is where the Monster Hunter vibe comes in. Your
Okay.
settlement gains the language innovation. So this is the top board on the right, and it's
Yep.
already got language for us over here. All survivors gain the encourage survival action, and their
Okay.
survival limit is +1. Once per round, if standing, spend 1 survival to call out to a non-deaf survivor. If they're knocked down, they stand up.
Okay.
So now we go to the innovation deck, and we search for I think all of these are the language consequences. So we grab, this is our current innovation deck, so we're not adding anything else to it right now.
Okay.
So it already starts with that as our base. So I'm going to go down to on our timeline, I'm going to up our survival limit to 2 and give us the encourage survival action just by ticking it in there. Okay. We already built the innovation deck, and then the settlement gathers around its glowing center. So come down to the board below our resource board.
Yep.
Oh, that's not it, I don't think. Oh yeah. Armed with language, the nominated survivor aptly names the glowing center of their home the Lantern Horde. The settlement gains the Lantern Horde settlement location. Search the deck, put it out. The nominated survivor sits in front of the Lantern Horde in awe and gains 1 understanding. They must skip the next hunt phase as they ponder the meaning of existence. So I think I forgot to give myself my courage. So let me go back to Angel, because he got a courage for that. And he just gained +1 understanding, but he has to skip a hunt.
Okay.
And this allows us to innovate. You may spend the listed resources to draw 2 innovation cards and keep 1 in return to the deck. Or we can choose to build the Bonesmith, Skinnery, or Organ Grinder.
And we use that using the Endeavor tokens?
Yeah, those are the Endeavor tokens. Return to the first story to complete the settlement phase. We're going to go back. Boop. So we updated the timeline. We did returning survivors. We updated the death count, which is nothing. The first time the death count is updated, we do a death event. We didn't have that happen this time. Now we can develop. During this step, the survivors spend their endeavors wherever the star symbol is indicated. When the settlement starts out, they spend their endeavors at the Lantern Horde to build new settlement locations. When an endeavor is spent, reduce your count by 1. If you spend 3 endeavors to build the Bonesmith, Organ Grinder, and Skinnery, if there were fewer than 3 endeavors to start, choose which locations to build. So they recommend, if you can, buy all 3 of them. So we would go over and search this, and it's Bonesmith, Organ Grinder, and what was it, the Skinnery?
Yep.
Okay. So you pull those out, and they immediately populate with gear cards that you can get. So this is, again, the Monster Hunter piece. So if you look on the bone thing, we can build a bone dagger by spending 1 bone and building the bone dagger.
Okay.
Bone weapons are okay, but they can break. And you can build rawhide armor with the Skinnery. Now you'll see you can build some things later, but like you could build a rawhide drum or a rawhide whip, but they require some advanced innovations highlighted there in brown.
Drums required. Oh my God, dude.
So like that's 3 of our endeavors. We still have 1 endeavor left, okay? If we have a remaining endeavor, the game recommends that we could participate in augury by spending an endeavor. If we wanted to, by looking at the Organ Grinder gives us the augury skill. The survivors endeavor to glean the meaning of existence. Roll on the table, add +1 to your result if your understanding is 3 or higher. So we can have a survivor roll on that chart if we want to.
Okay.
Would you like to roll on the?
Do we save the endeavor?
No, if we don't spend them, they're lost.
Okay, so we might as well use
So why don't you pick one of your survivors and we'll have them roll a d10.
it. So they need I don't know. I don't think either of them have understanding.
So they're not going to get a bonus.
All right, we'll just do.
So just roll a d10.
Yeah. I'm gonna get something high, right?
Well, just see what you get.
4.
A 4. Okay, you gain 1 survival. If we had
Okay,
rolled an 8 plus, we would have gotten an intimacy event.
All right, I'll take that on. Is there a max to survival or no?
There is a survival limit that I think can impact. You might change it before you leave for a hunt. Okay.
Okay.
So now, if we want, we
mark up.
craft gear.
Oh, we using the stuff we got from the
Yeah.
guy.
So we can use this stuff to build gear if we want.
Are we allowed to look at what the gear actually is before we?
Yeah,
build it?
you can search through the deck and like pull out a bone dagger and look at it if you want.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. What is Braille, when you attempt to wound a super dense hit location, this weapon breaks. What, tell us if it's super dense?
I don't think that's going to be a problem on the White Lion. There are later monsters where that could be a problem.
Like a turtle or something?
No, there's not a turtle. Not yet, at least.
Perfect hit, game plus 1 survival. Okay. Oh, so we got a bunch of loot here.
A lot of the rawhide armor, when you depart with it, you gain a survival. But you'll see some of them have like colored squares on them.
Yes.
Okay.
It has to be in those slots, right?
If you gear a blue piece, and it doesn't have to be like a helmet above, like you can jigsaw them however you want. It doesn't have to be like a helmet above an armor, a chest armor. But if you connect both of them, so a blue and a red, say, to the rawhide vest, you gain +1 evasion.
If I connect a blue and a red to the rawhide vest.
Yeah, that's in the organ grinder, or I mean that's in the skinnery. Something with a blue and something with a red. So like if you right click on the deck for the skinnery, or you can look at my stream. The rawhide vest has a blue top and a red right connection. Okay.
Oh, so if I connect that thing to two other pieces with a blue and a red.
Let's say in rawhide we got the rawhide headband, which has a blue bottom, and the rawhide gloves, which has a red left. You would gain 1 survival when you depart because you have the bonus. Well, actually, that's just every time you have gloves. You would with the headband connected, you would be able to spend your action to reveal the top 2 monster AI, and basically instead of attacking, you could become like a guy who hangs back and scouts the AI deck on your turn. Like you move to stay in safe. Like you move to stay in safe locations during the monster fight, and then you reveal.
Yeah.
And then because you have those 2 pieces connected, you would gain +1 evasion if you also had the rawhide vest.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Okay, so I see what the little colors mean.
So, and this is where like the real meat and potatoes of the game is. And this is where the sort of roguelite element comes in, because there's an element of discovery where like you may have a complete settlement wipe 5 lantern years in, which could represent at the table like 15 hours of table time. Okay?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, we invested completely in bone, and then we met a new monster that was really like strong against bone, and we were fucked. Like,
what does paired mean?
On like, where do you see that?
The bone dagger.
Oh, if you were wielding 2 bone daggers, I think.
Okay.
Let me look at the wiki. There's a really good Kingdom Death wiki. Paired weapons are 2 identical weapons that can be used as one. Add the speed of the second weapon when attacking with the first. So if you had 2 bone daggers, you'd be attacking with a speed of 6.
Oh my god.
So, They must have the same name and both be in your gear grid. So you would be rolling 6 times to hit.
Oh my god. Is there like a? Can you get like a shield? Is there shields?
Not yet. I think there are
Not yet,
later.
but eventually, okay.
I've actually never gotten that far because I usually teach people on Kingdom Death or on Tabletop Simulator, and then we we get like a couple lantern years in.
What is a lantern year?
That's like every hunt and settlement phase is a lantern year.
Oh, okay.
So I think I actually need to probably wrap up soon for tonight, but I can I can save this if you want me to, and we can come back and start our next hunt. Because normally you'll do. I still have it set up from accidentally clicking it. So look over here to the left of the showdown board where we fought, and this is the hunt board. Normally when you go out as a hunting party to find the monster, you have to progress to where the monster is. And so like you'll flip over this card and it'll be the Sea of Golden Grass, okay? Fields of golden grass lay ahead. The event revealer may choose to avoid the plains and roll twice on the hunt event table before moving. Otherwise, each survivor gains 1 courage, okay? So if you decide to do the Sea of Golden Grass, you will gain 1 courage and you roll a d10. On a 1 to 3, the monster ambushes the survivor. The fight starts immediately, but I think there's a I forget what the ambush keyword is right now. 4 to 7, the survivor circled the tall grass, lost. You roll on the hunt event table before moving. 8 through 10, you pick up the trail and you choose to move the white lion either 1 space forward or back on the hunt board.
Okay.
So the table.
I rolled a 3, so that would have been bad.
The hunt table. And this is where things get interesting. You would roll basically 2d10, okay?
Yeah.
Functionally a d100. And like let's just say you rolled 49. The pus fields. The landscape is dotted with large swelling mounds oozing pus. The smallest jostle threatens to explode them. The survivors may carefully tread through or rush through. If you go carefully, you make it through without incident, but your progress is slowed. Roll again on the hunt event table. If you rush through, each survivor rolls 1d10 and adds their evasion. On a 7 or less, they detonate one of the mounds, suffering 2 event damage to a random hit location, and they become stinky for the rest of the lantern year.
So is this hunt table specific to the lion, or is this for everyone?
No, it's for everything. It's because you're like out in the world.
Okay. Oh my god, dude, there's so much to this game.
Yeah, it's insane. And if you look at the timeline, there are some things that happen. Like you don't kind of want to look ahead because it's a spoiler, but like Endless Screams, I can tell you like that's another quarry that you learn about called the Screaming Antelope.
So why is there 5 events here?
Because things that can happen that trigger more events.
Okay.
And there are milestone events like the first birth, the first death, 15 population, and 5 innovations where you learn principles. Like when you get your first death, you gain a principle. Or no, this is the first birth, I think. So when children are born into your society, are you a society that is without mercy or with affection? And if you go without mercy, it's a survival of the fittest. Find and place that card, roll a d10. On a 1 through 5, the settlement celebrates with rowdy party, filled with tests of strength and triumphant roaring. The parents of the child gain a permanent strength and 2 insanity. They skip the next hunt to recover from their celebration. On a 6 through 10, the child is raised as a warrior, leaving compassion and fear behind. The newborn survivor gains 2 courage, the tough fighting art, and 1 random disorder. So basically, like, kids are just rough and ready fighters. Now, protect the young. There's a chance that you gather around the newborn in awe. The parents gain 2 survival and a permanent evasion. Instead, on a 6 through 10, the child is raised by the entire settlement and endowed with their hopes and wisdom. The newborn survivor gains 2 understanding and the strategist fighting art.
Oh, so it's like a little choose your own.
Yeah. So but like you pick one. And like when you have I think it's the first death, you decide if you're going to harvest and basically eat the dead, or if you're going to build graves to commemorate their loss.
Oh.
Like, so there's all these things that can trigger um, trigger like permanent changes to your society, your settlement. And oh, hey Zlotana, sorry, I totally was locked in. I'm sorry I missed your stuff. You don't know if it's right for you to say it here, but you're making your own deck building game, and the playtest version is on Tabletop Simulator. If you want to let me know what it is, I can maybe look into it. I'm actually about to get off for now. But yeah, have you taken it to like Unpub? How far are you in the playtesting phase? Do you know about double exposure and Unpub? How long ago was that? How long have I been ignoring you? That was like 15 minutes ago. I was lost in the sauce, Lotana. I'm really sorry. If you're still around, I apologize, but I was deep in the KDM sauce. But yeah, so like basically what you learn as you go, and this isn't really a spoiler, is that like your characters, some of them you'll be attached to and they may die and you'll be really sad about that, but the settlement is who you're playing. Getting the settlement to survive is kind of who you're playing.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, but what I'm going to do, where is menu? Where do I save? Options? I don't remember how to save a game in here. Oh, save load. Let's see here. I'm going to create a folder.
Yeah, you save it. I'd be willing to come back to this. I've like only heard the game in passing. I didn't know it was anything like this. Yeah. I heard it was complicated, but
it's amazing. So
it seems really in depth, and I see why a physical game would cost $400. I would not want to play this physically.
Yeah. Well, and if you look like over here, these miniatures that they've got on the right corner, these are some of the survivors you can build. Like there are sprues that have the armor sets for like a lantern, a leather set or a bone set or, you know, whatever. But everything from the base game was designed to be interchangeable, which is why there's so many miniatures. And so a lot of people say like, just build the starting 4 that like we were using in the first fight to begin with, and then save your armor sets like to maybe commemorate a character that died that you were really attached to. Like if he wore like leather pauldrons and carried a bone sword, like build that miniature, and then you can use him anytime you play. But like instead of like trying to, if you're like, well, what do I build? There's so many combinations. Like, don't build anything. Like wait until you want to build something.
All like connect together.
Yeah, they're all designed to like so that you can put any of the pieces of any of the armors and weapons will all fit on the torsos.
Oh, that is crazy.
Now, in some of the later models, he's moved away from that because it was just too much work to ensure that that system would still work. But because of the spirit of like, you know, make somebody that you want to commemorate, you know, or if you find yourself always wearing rawhide armor and carrying bone daggers, go ahead and build one of those minis because you're always going to have that guy. Like you always make that guy in Lantern Year 1.
Yeah.
You know, so go ahead and make one. But a lot of people like sell off their extra sprues and they get really good money for them. You can buy spare sprues on eBay sometimes because I think he briefly sold it as a token version, but he felt like it compromised his vision, so he stopped. And he said he's not ever doing it again. Like, and
I didn't know that. That's crazy. It's all like modular or whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy. I have the Gorm expansion, the Sunstalker expansion, and I don't know if I was able to snag a Dung Beetle Knight yet or not. I want Dung Beetle Knight because it's one of the coolest single monster expansions. Gorm is a good early quarry that you can use to replace the White Lion because people get tired of fighting the White Lion all the time.
Oh yeah, just because he's the starting one, right?
Yeah, and you almost always fight him for the first 2 or 3 Lantern years, you know. But like when we fought him, we could choose to fight a level 1, 2, or 3. You can make him harder and get better rewards for it if you want.
Oh yeah.
And like when you fight him, when you fight normally, there's a certain number of terrain pieces that get drawn out, and you put terrain onto the board. Like you can have tall grass that might show up,
okay.
and like so if you're in tall grass, you can if you have priority target, you remove it, and you're not a threat to the monster until you attack or move out of a space occupied by the grass. So you can basically kind of hide, and you gain +2 evasion. So, but those are all random, you know.
Another addition to the game.
Yeah, it's so crazy. There's so much stuff to do.
Seems like there's a lot of stuff to
Yeah, it's so fun. And that's why I like this mod, because it automates so much stuff. Like there's apps you can download for your phone and things like that. You see here, like there's some charts over here on the bottom right for like what you can do with age and boldness and insight. Basically, when you hit one of the bolded ones on hunt XP, courage, understanding, all that stuff, that triggers things.
Oh.
So like when you get enough hunt XP, you learn other things. When you get weapon proficiency by using the same weapon, like you can basically specialize your character like in spear.
Dude, there's I can even fathom making this game. That is crazy.
It's all pretty much one guy. Like he has people that helps him like finish it, but it's almost all one guy. His name is Adam Poots. He's a wild man.
That is crazy.
But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna wrap it up and hop out. But like, yeah, there's more to show you. And like some other night we'll have to play some more.
Yeah, we'll have to set it up. I'll have to message you on Discord because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm happy to play it off. I'm happy to play it off stream too. Like it doesn't have to be saved for a stream time. So I would love to get a deep campaign going where we actually do some stuff, you know, and get further
this
into
was
the
a lot of fun. I love board games, but I've not played anything like this. This is like D&D basically.
Yeah.
But like...
Now the Townsfolk Tussle that I showed you from Kickstarter that's live, it's like basically a boss battler that's like sort of like very basic. It strips out a lot of the stuff that Kingdom Death has, but it has those sort of AI driven boss fights. And Dark Souls has AI driven boss fights. And like there's a game
I've seen the Dark Souls
there's a game called Aeon Trespass Odyssey that's coming out. And I think Tainted Grail doesn't have the boss fights, but Aeon Trespass is trying to do like sort of whittling off some of the excess of KDM and refining the experience. But there's people for whom this is a lifestyle game. Like this is all they play. A lot of people like to play it solo because if you have too many people, like they get attached to their characters. But if it's just you know you're playing all the characters, so you don't really get attached to one of them. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Everybody else that's been hanging out all night, in and out, I'll message this Slotana guy and apologize. Yeah, thanks everybody. I'll be back on Monday. Take care.
Right.
See you, Jeff. Stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to play games, share stories, make memories, build your very own legacy of gaming. Bye-bye.